Hello, I'm Sandy Mitchell. I'm a certified EOS implementer, and I'm here to help you and your business. What we find is EOS stands for the Entrepreneurial Operating System. And one of the things that we find is that we entrepreneurs, we have 136 fires that are going on at any one time. And if we can hone in on 6 key components of your business, then we find that it makes it much easier for you to be successful. So I'll just go around the circles. So the first one is around vision. Really recognizing where you're going and how you're going to get there is super important. Here's the thing that we find. If you don't have a clearly identified, articulated vision, then it's not like there's not a vision in the company, but what happens is everybody has their own vision. So that's why everybody's doing their thing, thinking they're doing the right thing. They have good intentions, but it's about how do we bring everybody into the same alignment with the same vision so that you become unstoppable. So the thing that's really cool about that is when you get clarity on your vision and where you're going, then it makes it even easier to identify who the right people are in the right seats. It's all about the people is the second component. How do you make sure that you attract those people who are in alignment with your values and your vision and where you want to go? And you will attract them and you will repel those who are not in alignment. And that's good. You have less churn when you're doing that. Then the third component that we look at is all around data. What are those key performance indicators? What are those metrics, the scorecard items that you use on a weekly basis to really identify where are you making progress and where might you be falling behind? And what's really good about looking at that on a weekly basis is that you can see, oh, what's causing us to fall behind so that you can fix it more quickly and be more agile in this, much more agile than corporations. And then the things that are making you propel really further, faster, identifying what are you doing there that's making that happen so you can do more of it. And what we find is when you get transparency in those 3 areas, vision, people, and data, then the issues tend to happen more frequently, but at a much lower level. So they're not being hidden, they're not being hoarded by people because they're afraid that you will kill the messenger, but they're being identified faster so that you can solve them when they're little and not when they're these huge fires, right? Then the 5th component that we look at is the process. What are those handful of processes that you use in your business that takes you from the beginning to the end of your whole cycle of business for HR or accounting or customer satisfaction or how you do each one of your services? When you have those processes in place and they're documented and everybody is following them, then you as the leader really have the flexibility to not have to worry about things literally below your pay grade. You can focus on the things that are more strategic, the things that you love doing more, the things that will propel the business faster. And the last component that we look at is really all about the execution. How do we give you that traction so that you and your people have self-accountability? You've got that, the execution, the discipline in it so that everybody is moving towards your vision together. You cannot help but be successful if you do that. That's what EOS does. It gives you that framework for stabilization so that you can grow the company exactly the way you want it to be. Give us a call.